A major flashpoint erupted off the coast of Venezuela this week. US forces carried out a high-risk operation at sea and seized what they described as one of the largest oil tankers ever taken by the United States. Officials say the ship, identified as the Skipper, was carrying Venezuelan crude and had links to Iranian oil in the past. US Attorney General Pam Bondi released a video showing armed personnel landing on the tanker from helicopters. The clip shows troops sliding down ropes, moving across the deck with guns drawn. US agencies say they worked together on this mission: the FBI, Homeland Security Investigations, the Coast Guard and the Department of Defense. A senior US military official told American media that helicopters used in the operation took off from the USS Gerald Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, which was recently moved close to Venezuela. US President Donald Trump confirmed the move himself. He said US forces had boarded a very large crude oil tanker near Venezuela.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela. Large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so you'll be seeing that later, and you'll be talking about that later with some other people.
Explain a little more about this Venezuelan oil tanker and share a little more information about that.
Well, I'll let the people do it, but you see the result, and I guess they probably have released the pictures by now, or pretty soon. You'll discuss that with the appropriate people later on, but no, it was seized for a very good reason.
Officials say there were no casualties and that the seizure took place in international waters. When asked what would happen to the oil, President Trump said, "We keep it, I guess."
We're interested in the seizure of this tanker. What happens to the oil on this ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman, just follow the tanker.
Do you know where it was going? Was it going
Follow
to
it,
China?
get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it sure it's going to
But we're
Cuba?
gonna, I assume we're gonna keep the oil.
For years, the tanker had been under US sanctions. Washington says the vessel was part of an illicit network that moved oil for groups the US labels as foreign terrorist organizations, including Hezbollah and Iran's Quds Force. Analysts tracking global shipping detected suspicious movements. They say the skipper had been spoofing its location, sending out false coordinates before loading more than 1 million barrels of oil. The ship was flying a Guyana flag, but the country later said that the registration was fake. The tanker was believed to be heading first to Cuba and then to buyers in Asia. Caracas reacted within hours, calling the seizure a grave international crime and an act of international piracy. Venezuela said the US is using force to interfere with its natural resources and to tighten economic pressure. Senior Venezuelan leader Cabello compared the US to high seas criminals, even referencing Pirates of the Caribbean. He accused Washington of stealing Venezuelan oil and starting wars around the world. Meanwhile, President Nicolas Maduro, speaking at a rally, sang "Don't worry, be happy" as a message to Americans who don't want conflict.
A los ciudadanos estadounidenses que están contra la guerra, les contesto una canción muy famosa. Don't worry, be happy. La 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 la. Don't worry, be happy. La 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 la. Just peace, not war. Peace and love. Not war. Be happy. No, crazy war. No, be happy.
It's unclear if he knew about the seizure at that very moment. Venezuela says it will appeal to international bodies and defend its sovereignty. Venezuela has the world's largest proven oil reserves. Oil is its main source of revenue despite years of mismanagement. Most of its exports now go to China. The US action sends a warning to shippers worldwide. Analysts say tanker companies may now hesitate to move Venezuelan oil, raising new hurdles for Maduro's government. Oil markets reacted immediately. Global prices ticked up as traders worried about supply disruptions. The tanker seizure is not an isolated move. It comes during a fast-escalating US pressure campaign on Maduro. The US has moved thousands of troops into the Caribbean, deployed the USS Gerald Ford and its strike group, launched at least 22 strikes on suspected drug smuggling boats in September, killed more than 80 people in these operations, doubled the bounty on Maduro's head to $50 million, shut Venezuelan airspace to many foreign carriers, and authorized covert operations. Trump recently said that Maduro's days are numbered and he refused to rule out any military action. He also accused Maduro of allowing criminals and drug traffickers to reach the US, claims that Venezuela has flatly rejected. US fighter jets even flew close to Venezuelan airspace earlier this week. Washington says the pressure aims to isolate Maduro, who the US says lost the 2024 election to opposition candidate Gonzalez. Gonzalez is now in exile. Officials say the region is entering a dangerous territory. Some believe limited US strikes inside Venezuela are becoming more likely. Not a full-scale invasion, but targeted hits meant to push Maduro out. Analysts warn this could trigger retaliation from Venezuela and its allies, especially Cuba, which relies on Venezuelan oil. Some in the US political system are alarmed as well. Lawmakers across parties have raised concerns about the legality of the recent boat strikes. Public opinion is split. Many Americans support force against drug boats, but a majority oppose any war in Venezuela. The US has signaled there may be more seizures ahead. Marine and naval forces remain positioned close to Venezuelan waters. Oil tankers are now watching their routes more closely, and Caracas is pushing its military to prepare for any new action.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.